This is my third recording, guys, and I'm going to try to make you know that one of the things that is very important is the state of Nigeria right now. It just kind of happened that Nigeria is falling apart, but I'm going to quickly recommend that I'm hearing online that there is a lot of corporations are leaving Nigeria, and they are leaving Nigeria because they feel that the place is up to no good. Did you know that there was a point in time where IBM was in India? So they were in India and they pulled away and came back because they were feeling that the place was not carrying their own weight. But India was able to use that opportunity to jumpstart where they are currently at right now, to the point where they are now a nuclear power. I'm saying that you should let those people who are pulling out of Nigeria, let them go. Because as we are now at ground zero, we can pull ourselves by the bootstrap and we can beat all those companies that are pulling away, because the ability to be able to reach this ground zero is laudable and we can pull up. That's one point I'm making there. The second point I'm making there is that when I was in Nigeria, I had an epiphany. And the epiphany I had then when I was in Nigeria was that as an agriculturalist, I did remember that we in Nigeria did not have anything going on in terms of what we were growing and our ability to be able to convert those things that we grow to storage was lacking. And I still believe it's still lacking today, because all I'm hearing is some people who are online, who are talking, the talk heads, are saying that tomato can be, people who are growing the tomato can be used to feed so people. What if you convert those tomato to cans tomato? You're not going to worry, because on the long run you will be able to have what you call a storage, or if you have what you call cold facilities where you can store the fish, like they used to do with Hebrew, the fish people. We do need something in that department. That's one of the things I want to bring forward there. And why I'm at it, I want to say that I want to revisit one other point I made at the very beginning of my first clip. That was to say that, like I said before, today is all about asking people to go buy the novel, donate to the cause, and at the same time have your intrinsic value in place. On the long run, we will be able to make a lot of difference. If that doesn't happen, when for one reason or the other, the actor, which is myself, I'm ready to go back to the motherland and go duke it out over there. So, without much ado about nothing, I want to give out some more breaking news. I want to talk about some breaking news. And the breaking news is that there was a death of the opposition in Russia a week ago, and everyone is pointing their hands towards Putin, that he's responsible for the death. I second that motion too, because I think the blood is in his hands. And I also have another issue where it says how plan to impeach Biden could obtain by the indictment of an FBI informant. That was on the news too. So there was another one. They said Biden challenger released a recording of a president's script council interview. Then the special election of the replacement of Joe Sato is gloomier in the national political environment. The guy I was telling you about, Dean, that the one that said we're withdrawing on the presidential campaign, has started laying off a lot of people. He said, judge in the Trump election case says it is possible that DAE Fannie Willie could be disqualified over the misconduct of allegation of the Fulton County, Georgia Superior Court Judge Scott. McFree made the remark while denying Willie's request to cancel a hearing involving the misconduct allegation against her. Let me. As soon as I got that hearing online, the night when it was going on live, I could not stop reading it. I was so blown away that I stayed up all night listening to her, and I was also staying on and listening to the guy that she brought in to help to do the investigation to Trump. I believe that there was a lot of some mistakes was made by her. She made a mistake, and she didn't know that they were going to dig up some dirt on her, even though she made a mistake by having some romantic relationship with Wade. She did not know that this country, as divided as it is, that the country doesn't allow a bird to fly over your over. They don't allow. There's no room for maneuvering in the system. There is no safe haven in America. Because look at the issue of where the FBI is being told that he lied when it was time for the indictment of the president's son. Look at the president's report that came out when they were saying that he's a gentleman, but with a lot of memory lapse. That just put him in a spotlight where all the things that they were always, the country is thinking about him, has come into the limelight. Not only that, someone like Newt Gingrich came out to say that, just listening to the Fannie, that she was out to get Trump. That will tell you how divided the whole world is. The world is divided between the extreme right, the extreme left, with the middle there as being the mixers just sitting in the middle. They are free thinkers. Just like she was saying that, when news was saying that that the woman was out to get Trump, I am saying that the Trump people were out to get her. They are digging dirt on each other. Let's assume she did not take up the issue of overturning the election. That we people know that there were some people whose life were being threatened in Georgia, who were electionary officers and all that, and the way he was telling people to go and dig more vote to overturn the election. If let's assume the DA did not take up the issue, this problem that just came up now, where if he had a relationship going with the guy, would not have come up. So I'm telling you guys to be a little bit more careful. Not just being careful, but be fair in your dealings with humanity. Be very fair in your dealing, because it will come, what goes around will come around. There is no stone left unturned, and there is no safe haven in America. And I believe, if you listen to my second story of how that guy was telling me that the few little quarters that I have in my hand that I was going to hand over to him, so that he could just give me a ticket that he stole from somewhere, which is illegally stolen. I personally taking a ticket from him was pretty much illegal, but I was just saying to him that if he has a ticket that he doesn't want to use,